Yeah, so I'm looking at this now. We recording? All right, perfect. So what's going on, guys? Kenney Conwell here, and just trying to give you guys some really powerful content, more so around, like, a lot of people want to know how to build business credit, and there's a lot of information that goes out on the internet about, oh, you can build business credit with bad personal credit, or business credit doesn't affect your personal credit, all of these different things, and all that's true. So what I'm going to do right now is break down step by step how you can actually build business credit with bad personal credit. Now, I will say up front, if your personal credit is not where it needs to be, there is a step-by-step process that you can do to get that resolved. But how do we do it? Now, number one, the first thing you got to do is create what I call a credit optimized business entity. Okay, so a lot of people don't even understand how this works. So the very first thing you have to do is make your corporation, make it be structured enough, or have it structured to where it can appear to be a large company. So I'm talking about even as little as down to having a email address. A lot of people have Gmails and Yahoos, and if you're a large corporation, what large corporation that's not Yahoo or Gmail uses those emails for their business? They don't, right? So small little nuances like that. So you want to establish a credit optimized company. A couple of key things you want to absolutely have: commercial address, you want to have an 800 number, you want to have a 411 listing, couple of things, and then you want to also make sure you have at least a website and a domain name. All these things are small, but again, we're doing it to make our company be a real company. Now, once we've done that, now we want to figure out what type of business entity are we going to do. I probably should have said this first. So we need to identify, are we going to be an LLC or are we going to be an INC? Okay, so there's pros and cons to both. Moral of the story is you want to become one of those business entities. And furthermore, if you're starting that business entity from scratch, you can go out and get a registered agent service to help you set that up. Really, really simple to do, but that's important because you want to separate your person, you as an individual, from the business. So two things here. Number one, have an LLC, INC. Number two, create a credit optimized company. At this point now, we can start applying for a DUNS number. Okay, because at that point, when we go to Dun & Bradstreet, we're gonna have to provide all this information about our business entity, about our location, our address, and we're gonna have to provide that. So now once we do that, we have a DUNS number. We also have gotten an EIN number. So all of these things are the structures the company needs to be able to be separate from yourself. Now, one key thing I wanna break down about the EIN number. The EIN number is essentially the social security number for your business. The DUNS number is a credit profile, or the main credit profile for your business. Real quick on DUNS. So Dun & Bradstreet is the business credit reporting agency that is the #1 business credit reporting agency for all businesses. So you've got to be able to, number one, establish a profile with them, then have an EIN number. So now the question becomes, how do I start building credit at this point without my personal credit? Well, there's tiers of credit. And many people go wrong by trying to do tier 5 or tier 6 when they don't even have any accounts or an established paydex score. So what we have to do, number one, is identify those low-level tier 1 accounts. They're called net 30 accounts. That's not going to even require a DUNS number. Oh, no, let me say this. They are going to require a DUNS number. They're not going to require a paydex score. And then once you have those accounts reporting, at that point, you open up 3 to 5 of these accounts. I'll give you a really quick one. There's something called NAV, N-A-V. Now, NAV is a business credit monitoring service that acts just like Credit Karma, MyFICO, but it's specifically for business. Having said that, if you sign up for the $40 a month subscription, they're going to give you access to your credit reports and give you a tier 1 trade line without affecting your personal credit. Make sense? Good. So what we want to do when we're starting off when building out our business credit that has nothing to do with our personal, we're using our EIN number, our DUNS number. We are now going to get those tier 1 accounts, those net 30 accounts to report on our credit file. And we want to make sure we pay that off ahead of time. Now, if we do this for 2 months, at some point, that vendor is going to report that to Dun & Bradstreet, and Dun & Bradstreet is going to say, well, who's the company associated with this? Your company. Okay, boom, we got to pay that score now. sign up for the $39 subscription. Can you pull, actually, yeah, just pull it up, I'm gonna show you. So go to business credit report.